Good day, everyone. Welcome back to BAM Sports TV, space where you get the ultimate sporting experience. Back again, folks. Another video. Lots of movements taking place in the reign of the Jamaica Premier League. Transfer window is heating up. Also, have some updates on Jamaican players who are overseas, playing in European competitions. So I'll give you an update on that, as well as to provide some updates on transfers that took place in the Jamaica Premier League. And I know most of you would have already seen the massive transfer of Warner Brown from Arnett Gardens to Mount Pleasant. Going to provide some information on that. Please remember to smash the like button, share your thoughts on in the comment section. If you're new, hit the subscribe button, share the video with people who are interested in Jamaican football and footballing updates. Lots to discuss in this one, so we're just going to go straight into it. So Riveral Mitchell has returned to Waterhouse Football Club after spending a season overseas in North Macedonia. So last season, Riveral Mitchell would have left Waterhouse Football Club and joined North Macedonian club FC Rabotniki, where he signed a 3-year contract that was based on information from his agent. He spent half of the season with Rabotniki, and then he was loaned out to Berera Strumka, another club in North Macedonia. But now he's back at Waterhouse. To the best of my knowledge, not sure what the contract situation is, but I was told he's back on a loan. So all things being equal, based on his performance, he could be going back overseas by the January window or maybe some of the latest. But Riveral Mitchell back at Waterhouse Football Club, former Wolmer's Boys Manning Cup player, former Jamaica under-17 player. So Riveral Mitchell back at Waterhouse. The season before he left, when he was at Waterhouse, had a really, really good season, contributed quite a few goals and assists. Not an inexperienced player, Riveral Mitchell would have played in the Premier League already for Portmore United, Mullins United, Arnett Gardens, and finally Waterhouse. So he's back at Waterhouse now and will be looking to continue his development in football and move his career in the right direction. Next up, we have another transfer in the Jamaica Premier League. So Racing United have acquired Trinidad and Tobago international goalkeeper, 30 years old, Aaron Enil, as a free agent. So Enil joined Montego Bay United last season, coming from Trinidad, from Prison Services FC. That's a team there in the Trinidad and Tobago Professional League, or TNT Pro League. Joined Montego Bay United, made 27 appearances for the St. James-based club. However, at the end of the season, MBU would have finished 4th in the Jamaica Premier League after the playoffs. Enil and the club had a mutual termination of his contract. So Racing signed him as a free agent. So Aaron Enil, 30 years old, Trinidad and goalkeeper, joins Racing United as a free agent. This is the second goalkeeper that is joining Racing United from Montego Bay United, because at the start of last season, Carlisle Holmes joined Racing from Montego Bay, had a really good season. It's quite interesting because Holmes would have left Montego Bay United last season when Enil joined, and now both of them end up at Racing. So should be interesting. But Aaron Enil, talented goalkeeper, made his international debut for Trinidad and Tobago last year in a friendly versus Guyana. So Aaron Enil, 30 years old, Trinidad and Tobago international goalkeeper, joins Racing United as a free agent for the upcoming Jamaica Premier League season. Next up, so we're getting into the Jamaican players now who are overseas. So Reggae Boy's winger, 25 years old, Ronaldo Cephas, has joined Paris NN in the Russian Premier League as a free agent. Cephas had his contract mutually terminated with Ankara Gucci in the Turkish second division they were. So Ankara Gucci was actually relegated back, so they suffered back-to-back relegations. So Ankara Gucci, Cephas was there, spent 2 seasons there. They were in the Turkish first division, then they got relegated to the second division, and then at the end of last season they were relegated again to the third division. So the club had to part ways with a number of players because, going into the third division, they weren't able to maintain some of the players' wages. So Cephas was one of those players who had his contract terminated mutually with the club. But he still had a good season with them last season, scored 11 goals and had 5 assists from 32 games as a winger. carry those performances over for Jamaica in the Unity Cup. So Renal Cephas is now a player for Paris NN in the Russian Premier League. Very interesting move, but we'll see how it goes. I mean, Cephas was officially announced by the club today as their new player, signed a 3-year contract. So he has a contract in Russia until the 30th of June 2028. So definitely club sees him as a player that they want to build their team and their structure around. Last season, Paris didn't have the best of seasons. They just avoided relegation via the relegation playoff. They started this season not on the best of note. In fact, today, when Cephas was announced, they lost a game 2-0. They are currently at the foot of the Russian Premier League table, the 16-team table. However, they'll be hoping that Cephas can come in and add some impetus, and these talents and exploits will definitely move them up the table. So Renaldo Cephas, 25 years old Jamaican winger, has joined Paris NN in the Russian Premier League. 3-year contract. Cephas joined as a free agent. Wish Renaldo Cephas all the best, and we'll definitely be tuning in to see how he's performing. So next up, we're going over to the Reggae Boys who, have opened their season already. So first up, Norman Campbell had a goal and an assist for Randers FC in the Danish Super League. Match played today. Randers won that game by 2-1. So Norman Campbell has already started the season on a positive note. Match day 2 of the Danish Super League, providing a goal and an assist for his club, who had a 2-1 victory. Next up, Trevante Stewart made his debut for Maccabi Haifa in the Europa Conference League qualifying match. Came on in the 64th minute as a substitute. Game ended 1-1. Didn't score or have any assists, but it's always good for him to make his debut. It's the first match since he's joined the team that they have played and he was named in the squad. Came off the bench, made his contribution. Next up, Kaim Paris. His team also played in the Europa Conference League qualifying match, first leg. He came off the bench, played 21 minutes and scored the second goal for Sabah FC. So Kaim Paris getting amongst the goals for his club as they look to qualify for the Europa Conference League. And finally, Ronaldo Webster. His club is partaking in the UEFA Champions League qualifying. This is their second round, first leg. He played the entire 90 minutes. His club won their game by 1-0. He has been operating as a left back for his club over there in North Macedonia. So Ronaldo Webster played a full 90 minutes and his club got a 1-0 victory. So that's it for the Reggae Boys who are actively competing in European competitions at the moment. All right, folks, this is the one that you guys have been waiting for. So Reggae Boy striker, 22 years old, Warner Brown, made a shocking transfer from Arnett Gardens to Mount Pleasant Football Academy. After his breakout season last year, I would say, in the Jamaica Premier League. So Warner Brown, little bit of information about Warner Brown. So Warner Brown would have started his career at Tivoli Gardens, then made a transfer to America, where he played in the MLS Next Pro for Rochester, New York, came back to Tivoli Gardens, and then went to Slovenia to NS Mura. Stayed at NS Mura for a while, made a loan to FC Beltinci in Slovenia as well. Returned back to NS Mura and then joined Arnett Gardens in 2023. However, last season, 2024-2025 Jamaica Premier League season, is when he would have had his breakout season, I would say. Scored 22 goals for Arnett Gardens in the Jamaica Premier League to win the Golden Boot. First in a while that we have had a striker that hit the 20-goal mark. I mean, of course, Jamal Calvin also hit the 20-goal mark. So Warner Brown would have won the Golden Boot last season. Also would have played for Arnett when they won the CONCACAF Caribbean Club Shield Tournament and progressed to the CONCACAF Caribbean Club Championship. Arnett Gardens finished third again in the Jamaica Premier League and also qualified for the Shield Tournament again. But, Brown would have also made his Reggae Boys debut last year, played 9 games, scored 4 goals. Impressively, scored 2 goals at home for Jamaica as, the Reggae Boys defeated Guatemala by 3-0. Inside National Stadium, played in the Gold Cup, also played in the Unity Cup as well. And I mean, a lot of rumors was there that he was going to go overseas. There was even, some rumors in Serbia that he would have replaced Trivante Stewart at Radnicki. That didn't materialize. There was also another rumor that he was going to go to Partizan in the Serbian Superliga. That didn't materialize as well. Also, I got some information that there was an offer from another European club who was interested in Warner Brown services, like really interested in him. However, that offer wasn't accepted by the players' camp or the club. And folks, football is a business. Clubs not gonna just send players anywhere unless they can get good financial reward. But obviously, Mount Pleasant Football Academy offered a package that both the club and the player and his agent, and Warner Brown is a very good agent, Kevin Cowan. I think he has the most Jamaican-born players in overseas clubs at this point in Europe. As Kevin Cowan, he's the agent for Shamar Nicholson. He's the agent for, he moved Ronaldo Biggs. He's the agent for Saquon Satchel, Ronaldo Cephas, Kaim Paris, Norman Campbell. So he's a very experienced football agent, I would say. So I don't think he would make his client make a move that was not in his best interest. But it's quite shocking to me, though. It's the first I've ever seen this, where a European club would have entered the race to sign a Jamaican player and would have been outdone by a club in the Jamaica Premier League. I've never seen anything like this before, but that just goes to show the power that Mount Pleasant Football Academy possess. And Warner Brown will be playing for them in the CONCACAF Caribbean Club Championship. They will open their season later in August when they'll play SB Robin Hood here in Jamaica. So that's it, folks. That's the information I have. Warner Brown makes a shocking transfer to Mount Pleasant Football Academy. There are some information going around too about the transfer fee. I cannot confirm that information. There was actually information posted by a news outlet that was retracted. So for now, that's the information I have. Warner Brown to Mount Pleasant Football Academy. If you reach this far, please remember to smash the like button, share your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this transfer. For great JPL content, you're already in the right place. Bomb Sports, YouTube. I'm out.